and welcome back to another day of staying fit without a gym membership. Now, today is day 5, day 6, cinco, siez, something like that. We are on a good momentum regardless, and today we're back in the kitchen, and we're here to make a classic meal that I believe we've all made through days of college, high school, to be honest, even before that, probably in middle school slash elementary school as well. And that is none other than the classic 2 letters, and that is KD, Kraft Dinner Mac and Cheese. But there's a healthy twist this time, and that is we're going to make it with some greens. Oh, yeah. There we go. KD greens. This is arugula here. We also have baby spinach, vegan hot dogs, nutritional stuff. I'm going to go through all the ingredients as we're cooking here. And this is relatively going to be another kind of easy meal. It's going to be like high protein, high carb. So you get lots of energy, lots of protein to, rebuild the muscles and stuff like that. And it's going to be really tasty too, because, who doesn't like mac and cheese, right? Mac and cheese slaps, especially KD, even as an adult. Honestly, like Kraft Dinner is so damn good. So we're going to start here. Just going to check that we are live and we are recording in session. So basically, we're going to start the timer here. So we're at 8:11 right now, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the first step to do for Kraft Dinner, which we all know, is to boil some water. So we're turning the burner on high. We're going to fill up some water here. Again, these cooking videos are going to take a bit longer than when I usually make this stuff because I have to pan the cameras and stuff like that. So here we go. Filling up the water. Filling it up, filling it up. So basically, the first step is pretty easy. You're filling up a pan with cold water. And fill it up a generous amount. I'm filling mine up that much. Okay, then I'm walking over to the burner. I put it on the burner over there, as you can see in the background, right there. I have this lid here that I'm going to put on. So that's probably going to take like, with the burners I have, it's probably going to take about 5-ish minutes to boil up. So in the meantime, we could do some other prep for this dish. And before we do the prep, I'm just going to go through the ingredients of everything and kind of do like a quick breakdown of the nutritional aspect of it too, because remember, this is KD mac and cheese with a healthy twist. That's the conundrum of, staying fit and staying healthy. You could have things you like, but you could also have them in a tasty manner as well. I'm getting a weird error on the screen here saying CPU overload, but I don't think it is. No, it should be fine. It seems like it's good. It might just be a weird pop-up in the camera. So anyways, we're going to go through the things one by one, and I'll explain what I'm putting in the dish. So here we have arugula, ingredient number 1. And arugula, it's like a dark green, kind of like spinach. It's probably has certain micronutrients such as vitamin C, folate. What I'm basically going to do in part of this video is I'm going to upload like a little description underneath all of these of the micronutrients and maybe calories as well, so that way you have an idea of how this Kraft Dinner mac and cheese has a healthy twist on it. So first thing, arugula. Okay. Second thing we have is baby spinach. We all know spinach, like I said in the last cooking video, Popeye with the big forearms, you know what I mean? Popeye always ate his spinach, so spinach, micronutrients, right here. Okay, third ingredient are these veggie dogs I got from Walmart. They're like vegan veggie dogs. So they're like 60 calories each, 8 grams of protein. They got like potassium, calcium, iron. So I'll show the veggie dogs right here and the calories and the micronutrients and the macronutrients as well. So you got to remember, macronutrients are like carbs, protein, and fats. Those are like the 3 macronutrients. And then micronutrients are things like vitamin A, E, D, K, potassium, folate, iron, magnesium. Those are like the little micros, like the vitamins and minerals are considered micronutrients. Okay? That's heating up still. We're going to heat up the pan too for the sausage in the meantime. Then we have, this is called TVP, textured vegetable protein. Again, this is high in protein. It provides like a good crunch consistency to the mac and cheese. So if you're like a texture person, like food is like, smell, the flavor, the texture, taste, like there's these different profiles that come with food, right? And texture is one of them. And this provides like kind of like a crunchy, texture. And it's really good when it's mixed in with the cheese and everything else. It gives you like a more diverse thing on your palate when you're eating the KD craft dinner, basically. And it's really high in protein because it's called TVP, textured vegetable protein. So that's TVP. Yeah, I'll put the micronutrients under that. And then we have this same thing, Bob's Red Mills, same brand, but it's nutritional yeast. So again, micronutrients for nutritional yeast. I'll put like the macros and the micros per serving for all of these. So if it's like a handful of spinach, what is the macros, the calories, and the micronutrients for that? And same with this. This is called nutritional yeast. So basically, I don't know, the taste, it's weird to explain nutritional yeast. It kind of tastes like, I don't know, some sort of Parmesan cheese maybe, or some sort of powdered cheese in a sense. I know maybe you in the comments could explain it better, like the taste of nutritional yeast. Basically, it's super high in the micronutrients, which I'll show right here. It's got lots of micronutrients and lots of good stuff inside of it. So that's why I sprinkle this on top of the mac and cheese when it's done. You'll see. You'll see. And of course, we have the craft dinner, the classic KD craft dinner, mac and cheese. Just for the hell of it, we know typically this isn't healthy per se, but I'll put like the, macros and micros of this as well, because it does have potassium and iron and riboflavin and stuff like that in it too. So I'll list that below as well. Okay. So there we go. Those are all the ingredients we're using today. And yeah, we got a wide shot. Nice. I could show you the pan. So I'm heating up this pan on like 5 out of 10, right in the middle between min and max. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray it with little pan. And then I'm going to cut this open with this knife. And this is what the vegan sausages look like. Just like that. Smell pretty good too. So these, again, they provide like a certain texture and taste profile. There's some diversity to the palate. And also, most importantly for me, with the weightlifting and the satiety, I believe it's called, where you feel like you feel full and you feel complacent with what you ate. protein is like one of the highest tiers in that regard. Like it makes you feel more full. Your body has a thermal effect on the protein where it has to break it down. So the more protein you eat, the more energy your body has to use to break down that protein. So you have a higher, what we call basal metabolic rate in turn of that. So really, this is like a high protein mac and cheese, pretty much. That's what it is. Let me pan the camera down for you as I chop these vegan sausages up. So I'm chopping them up pretty small, pretty much that size is what I'm chopping them to. I want them to be really small for the texture, and that way they won't be OP. They won't be overpowered like big chunks, you know? So these are 8 grams per pop. 8 grams of protein per pop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another one in there. Again, I'm going to chop it really small here, really thin. You could dice these if you want, but I prefer just the thin slices for the simplicity. And they come out tasting fine like that as well. So again, we're going to pan over here. I'll show myself putting it in the pan. So pretty easy, boom, boom, just like that. I'm going to turn it up to 6. So basically what you're going to do with these, I'll bring it closer. Basically what you're going to do with these vegan sausages, you're just going to watch them close. There's no exact cooking time to it. Pretty much like the burrito I made, the egg burrito, sausage burrito. When one side is bronzed, you flip it. And you keep on flipping till both sides are bronzed pretty much. That's the gist of it, so to speak. So this is still heating up the water. You know, until you see bubbles, that's how you know the water is boiling. So we'll wait till it's boiling till we add the macaroni from the Kraft dinner. Don't mind me, excuse me for moving the camera all the time, but just trying to get the, you know, the proper, so I don't have to keep bending down. I could explain things while I'm kind of standing up properly, you know what I mean? So like I said, we got the arugula. Arugula is really good. I like the taste of it, the texture. Same with the spinach. We all know spinach is really healthy for us. The TVP, it's like a crunchy kind of texture. It's like that, the TVP. So it's nice. And TVP is really high in protein. Like for 23 grams, you're getting 11 grams of protein. And 23 grams is not that much, right? It's pretty light. So I don't know if the mic is picking up the sound here, the clip-on mic, if it's picking up the sound of the sausages cooking, but they're cooking. See, we got a little bit of a bronze there, just to show you. I'm just gonna wait like a minute or so more, and then we're gonna do it up. 8:26, 8:23 actually, so 8:24. So we've been at this for 13 minutes so far, and that's with explaining everything. Remember, I was breaking down things. If you're making this on the fly, like back to back to back, like quickly, again, this is one of those meals that you can make like super quick. And it's got the protein, it's got the carbs, you know what I mean? And it's got the micronutrients as well. So that way you're getting the protein, you're getting the carbs to fuel your workouts, to fuel your muscles, but also the micronutrients is what fuels your body, you know, your metabolic health, so to speak. Comprende? Essays? So that's it. So now I'm flipping over the sausages. I just use my fingers. I do it old school, like you know, lady in the kitchen style. You know, the classic grandmother who's like flipping hot stuff with her fingers and not using a spatula. That's how I'm doing it. We're going OG. We're going the classic way. I just find it a lot more easier than using a spatula when half of them flip and half of them don't. You know what I mean? This is just way easier. So there you go. See? Bronzed. Bronze on one side, and it's going to bronze the other side too as we're talking and as we're heating this up. So we just know, I have it in my mind like I could leave it there for 30 seconds and then turn the burner off and leave the residual heat to keep it bronzed and keep things hot. You know what I mean? Because it's very seldom or very few and far between are you going to burn something if you turn the burner off and you let the residual heat cook it, because you know it can't go any hotter than it already is when you turn the heat off, right? So that's the thought process. So again, this is an easy meal. Like a lot of the time you're just waiting for this to boil. So this water is pretty hot already. As you can see, smoke is coming off of it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a cloud of smoke here, a cloud of fog, like the fog, Spooktember. So we have a little bit of fog there. So since that's happening, that means the water's pretty hot. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go boom, boom, take out the classic cheese packet, the powdered cheese that we all know of, the KD powder cheese. Unfold the box, hold it over the water, and dump it like so. Pretty easy, right? I mean, this cooking, these cooking videos are not, you know, high Gordon Ramsay, make the batter, flatten it out with the machine. You know, they're pretty low effort, I would say, but I'm trying to cater to, you know, the gamers, the everyday worker types, and everything in between. You know, like I like to cook meals, but sometimes I don't like to put the full energy into you know, to basically cook a long meal. You know, but I will get to those videos too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a spoon here, this guy, silicone spoon, and I just like to stir things up because sometimes the pasta clumps together, it sticks together, unless you give like a little stir like this, or little stabs. So do your little stabs, do your little stirs. It's still on high, by the way, it's on max. And yeah, you just you watch it over like that. And that's it. Okay, sorry for the dead air. But again, we're checking this out, yada yada yada, checking this. Ooh, got a bit of a bite there from the heat. We're checking this out, that they're coming out nice. I kind of left the heat on longer than I should have, so that residual heat theory I said could make these a little bit too burnt. But no, that's the level I pretty much like the sausages, just like that, where it's like you know, you can kind of scratch them. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but like you kind of scratch the surface and you hear that sound. For all you ASMR folks out there, that's what it is, the little and you're scratching on top. I don't know how good this mic is at picking up like the ASMR sounds, but the water's making that boiling noise. So I'm just going to give it another stir here to keep things active. You don't want your macaroni to clump together. You want to avoid clumpage. So yeah, that's going. And then as that's going, I like to give this a shake, a couple flicks to get all the cheese down. Then we give her a rip. And then this is pretty much ready. The cheese is pretty much ready to be dumped in at the end. Leave it there. Post haste, it's ready to be used. I'm going to crack open the arugula here. Show you what arugula looks like if you don't know what it looks like. So a lot of this cook, it's just stand by. You're standing by the kitchen. You could be listening to tunes, talking to your friend, you know, chilling basically. And that's how it is. As I struggle with opening this up. So there we go. This is what arugula looks like. Smells like kind of minty in a sense. It's nice. Gives a nice taste to it. They put it in like a lot of big salads and some sandwich and wraps and all that stuff. Of course, you know what spinach looks like. So here's the spinach. That's what the spinach looks like. Spinach is, it's still good. It's still good, but I gotta use it. So the macaroni is still cooking here, but as you can see, there's a lot more smoke / fog emitting from the water. So again, yeah, we're about like, are we 20 minutes in already? Let me check the timer on the, yeah, we pretty much are. We're like, just looking at my computer, that's what's tracking the recording. So we're about like 20 minutes in here to the recording. But as you can see, like it's all like, you know, kind of set up. So as we do that, I'm just going to put the vegan sausages in Ziploc. But yeah, I've been enjoying this challenge so far of the staying fit without a gym challenge. You know, I've been missing the gym kind of just like in terms of like the feeling. I think I explained it in another video, just the feeling of lifting the weights, pushing, you know, pulling, feeling that primal kind of strength. Because you can't get that with like exercise bands and push-ups and stuff like that. You can, like, you with enough exertion, but you know, you could go to like your body weight but not above sort of deal. So it's a different type of vibe and a different type of workout, basically. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm excited. We're in Spooktember. I'm gonna do a live stream tonight, a live watch along, actually in half an hour. So I'm trying to hope that this food video, this cooking video for Stay Fit Without a Gym Membership is kind of going smoothly in terms of our time, because we're kind of tight on the timeline. That's what's happening here. But basically, these vegan sausages are cooked. So like right there, we have 16 grams of protein. You know what I mean? And then for the KD, it says like for 85 grams, it says it's 11 grams of protein, but the package is 200 grams. So you do, you know, 85 times 2 point whatever. So there might be like 25 grams of protein in this. So 25, 16, you know, plus the TVP. So we're getting our, like, you know, 50 and above grams of protein, which is really good, by the way. Which is really good. So this is cooking nicely. I think it's almost done. I'll show you a piece of macaroni. See, that one's like that. So maybe a couple more minutes here and it should be done. I'm just gonna get the strainer prepped. I got a strainer over here. So you know, you got to strain the macaroni. Sometimes I find, especially with this craft dinner kind of macaroni, that the pieces of macaroni get stuck together when you strain them, when they dry and dehydrate. So what I do is I just take Pam and I basically just you know, I spray it like that. I spray the strainer with some Pam, and that way it gives it like a slick kind of surface to so the macaroni doesn't stick together, basically. So let me point you down here. I got to show you step by step what's happening. So we're going to strain the this now. Oh God, we're going to do this. Okay. Hopefully it's not a disaster. Here we go. So here we go, the smoky macaroni. Sweet. Give it a good shake. Okay, I'm testing my fingers here. Okay, cool. Empty out all the macaroni like that. Boom. Here we go. So that macaroni is nice and hot. Let it strain for a bit there. Boom. 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 Boom, like that. Okay, so for now for the pan, again, I'm going to give it another quick spray with the pan. Like that. And this part is optional. You could put butter or you don't have to put butter depending on your diet or your calories or whatever. But I like butter, so as I search for the butter, hopefully, yeah, butter. I'm going to put some butter because the butter just makes it taste better. Butter makes it taste better, you know what I mean? So I say if you want it to taste better, put the butter and feel less guilty about it because you're really cranking up the protein profile on this thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Just gonna grab a knife here. So I put in about this much butter. You can eye it out, right? Like half an inch or something like that. Bring you closer. So with the butter, I just put it down like this and spin. Twirl it around the pan, get it nice and slick. And I got the burner on 5 right now, 5 out of min-max, halfway there, living on a prayer. Okay, so we do that so that as you can see, the butter is melting nicely. Now this part's tricky. Sometimes, again, when you pour the macaroni in the pan, it could get stuck to the pan, even though it's non-stick. I got the pan, I got the butter. Because of the heat or the macaroni or something, they tend to get stuck and sometimes broken up in the pan. We don't want that. So I'm going to show you just how I do it, okay? So I go like that, and I go really fast so it doesn't get stuck. Really fast like that, really fast like that. Get it all thing, shake it up. Like this, like this, like this. Okay? And then we do this. Sprinkle the cheese like so. Okay? Like that. Now I like to spray Pam on the spoon too so it doesn't get stuck. It's a quick spray like that. It's a little hack I use. And boom, the cheese starts melting. We all know how Katie works, right? That mysterious powdered cheese kind of fits the Spooktember vibe of Halloween. It just melts as you stir it up, as you keep on stirring. That's the secret, keep on stirring. Now I like my macaroni a bit more dehydrated and dry rather than creamy. You could add 2% milk, 1% milk, skim milk or whatever if you like your mac and cheese more creamy, but I don't. I like it more dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like this. Once that's nice and stirred, you could dump in your sausage, vegan sausage, normal sausage, hot dog, whatever you want to use. Stir it up like that. Getting a good arm workout here. Switch hands. Keep on stirring. Like that. I have it on 5 again, medium burner, so it's not burning it too much. You could turn it up to 6 though, if you want to speed enough the process, which I kind of do. Okay, like that. Now, in terms of the greens. We're going to wait a little bit, but what you could do in the meantime is throw in some TVP, the textured vegetable protein. Now, again, I'm not weighing out things. I'm just eyeing it for this recipe, and a lot of times I just eye it. So I got like a bird feeder handful here, we'll call it. Just boom. Just enough to assimilate. You guys have seen The Thing, right? Kurt Russell, John Carpenter. Just enough for the TVP to assimilate with the mac and cheese. I'll show you how it is on camera, just like that. You see it? There we go. And now we're going to stir it in, just like this. As you stir it in more and the heat gets, the TVP gets exposed to the heat and the cheese and everything else, it's going to soften a little bit. So it'll have a more, it won't be so crunchy and dry. You know what I mean? It's going to soak up the moisture from the cheese and the macaroni, so to speak. And you could balance it. If you think it's going to be too dry, you add more butter, some milk or whatever. But I like it. Like I said, I like it a little bit dry. So again, you could leave it cooking for a bit, you know. You don't have to stir like a maniac for the whole time. You could leave it for a little bit and let it do its thing, so to speak. And that's it. That's it for the TVP. Now, we don't add the nutritional yeast till the very last step because it's like powder. It's like Parmesan cheese. It's not something that really cooks. It's just something that is very nutritious and adds a bit of a cheesy Parmesan taste to it. But most importantly, I don't add this for the taste per se. I add it for the micronutrient profile because I'm going to show you at the start of the video when I listed all the things like that. The micronutrients of the nutritional yeast is really damn good. So Whole Foods, Amazon, Walmart, wherever you could get nutritional yeast, I definitely recommend to pick it up. And same for the TVP. You know, Trader Joe's, wherever, all these places I'm sure carry it, right? Okay, we're going to let it cook for a couple more minutes. So like you can see here, like you see how the noodles are still a bit soft, and I'm going to use that word. They're a bit moist. I like them more dry. I like my noodles more dry. That's how I like my mac and cheese. Okay, I like it more dry. So we're going to let that cook a bit more. I don't like it burnt, but even if it gets like a little bit crispy, I don't mind that either, you know? Turn it up to 7. We're getting tighter on time. But by all means, if you're taking your time, if you want, you're not like in a rush and you don't mind taking longer, then by all means, you know, you could cook it at a lower temperature. But yep, I got a live stream to do tonight. I'm doing a watch along of The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Friggin' super scary movie. But that's what the viewers chose. So why not, right? Oh yeah, the TVP, it's getting like nice and could taste it like that. It's nice and crunchy. So again, sorry for the dead air. It's just I want this to turn out pretty good for my taste, so that's why I'm cooking it for longer. You know what I mean? We're gonna leave it for another couple minutes, and then I'm gonna show you when we add the arugula and the spinach, what I do for those steps, and then it's gonna be pretty much done from that way, you know. But I'm excited. This is a full meal. Now I fasted the whole day. I've only had like a muscle milk chocolate protein shake and a banana. Those two things only I've had the whole day. So pretty much I could eat this whole thing and not feel guilty because I know it's going to have the carbs, the fats, the proteins, and all those micronutrients as well. So the original guilt of eating like regular mac and cheese, KD mac and cheese, it's probably, you know, underlying for all of us. Like we know it's like typically not that healthy per se, but with adding all these diverse micronutrients and different textures and taste, it's like you feel less bad because you're balancing the scales, so to speak. You know? That's really cooking. Okay, and turn it down a little bit. We might get the Call of Duty thing. We might get it. Just a little warning. That's really cooking. They're really cook. Turn it down. Okay, so now we're gonna put the arugula and spinach. So again, we're eyeballing here. This is total eyeball. So just like this, a nice handful. Boom. Nice handful. Boom. See that? Just covered the top layer there. Same with this, a nice handful-ish of spinach. I put a lot of arugula, so I'm going to probably put less spinach. Like that. I'll give you a closer look of what's going on here. So I'm putting that much in. This is olive oil, by the way, so we're going to be like this. A nice douse of olive oil, kind of like you're making Italian pasta. And boom. It's really quick. It's really, really quick for the arugula and spinach to cook. I mean, you don't even need to cook it, really. You can leave it. It depends how you like things. If you like your arugula and spinach a bit more fresh, so to speak, then by all means, you don't have to cook it so much. But for me, I just put a couple of minutes in just to give it a bit more of a blending in kind of thing. You know what I mean? So we'll let this cook a little bit till like they get a bit more dark green and immersed or assimilated into the dish. For all you that don't get the assimilation joke, it's from The Thing, John Carpenter, 1980, 1981, or 1982, one of those years that movie came out. Great movie. So basically, as you can see here, peeps, I'm going to put you up close and personal. As you can see these pieces, this one here, see how it's more dark green and immersed into the dish, so to speak. That's what I'm aiming for. That's how I like the taste profile and how it blends in with everything and etc. like that. So that's how we have it. So that's good. And you take it off the heat so it doesn't burn the greens too much. And last step, best step is the nutritional yeast. I have another bag of this thing, so I'm just going to use a bunch here. Boom, just like that. Just like this. Okay? Just like that. Again. Just like that. You see that? I'm going to add a little bit more butter because it's a tad bit drier than I like it to be. So, boom, I'm going to add that much butter, peeps. Just like that. As you can see, my cooking is very on the fly. It's not, there's no rules per se, you know what I mean? So by the way, the burner's off right now. I'm just using the residual heat to stir this butter in. But as you know, butter is very rich, very tasty, so we are using that, you know? And there we go. I believe we are done. We are done. So I'm going to show you the finished product here. So here is the finished product of the Kraft dinner with a healthy twist with arugula, spinach, TVP, nutritional yeast, and vegan sausage. Right there. So that's it. That's it, peeps. It's pretty much done. So you can leave this hot by putting the lid on like so. I'm going to scrape off the rest of that arugula here. Putting the lid on like that, boom. The burner's off, so just let the residual heat keep it warm for the movie night tonight. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And ready to get scared, ready to get proteined up and micronutrient up for staying fit without a gym challenge day by day. So hopefully you enjoyed that cooking video. As always, a raw cut, just went through like that, and it was pretty fun and hopefully pretty informative for you guys as well. And hopefully, you know, you might try this dish too, because I know everybody likes KD, Kraft dinner, mac and cheese, but this is a healthier version, and hopefully, you know, you'll give it a try as well, and hopefully you like the taste as well. So if you got this far in the video, if you enjoyed watching the video, please like the video because it helps immensely with the algorithm, and it also motivates me to make more content and keep pushing through and keep, you know, uploading stuff and sharing my stuff with y'all, basically. So that was it. The Kraft dinner mac and cheese with a healthy twist. Hope you enjoyed watching the video, and hopefully you enjoy your dinner tonight as well. And hopefully you have a good Spooktember and a good time staying fit without a gym membership with me in this challenge. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll take care. You take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. I'm gonna enjoy this. See ya. Happy Spooktember. Peace.